Hello and welcome back to Inner Peace Place. I'm Karen. Today's topic is about using our personal light or energy focus and how we can modify our environment by doing that. With this work, we're looking to take our daily habits that we learned as children and use those in combination with guidance from our higher self, the all that is, God, Jesus, angels, a power larger than who we are alone. And so in this talk, I'm going to focus on focusing our light. Our light is an energy that is around us. Some people call it light. Other people have different names for it. Projection, radiance. It's a focus. So whatever your focus is, the frequencies of habits that you have from your past, you can learn to be aware of those. And that's what we want. I want to understand who I am and how can I influence my future path into inner peace? I know from experience that by focusing on upward flowing activities or things in my environment, I'm able to shift the energy that's coming into my being or into my environment. I can also choose to focus my attention, my light, on chaos. And that's quite common, I've done it for years. But that's a choice that I'm making. And that's what I'm trying to say here is that you can choose to use your light, your energy focus, in any manner you want to. The habitual use of it in a particular manner is what creates your life path. You and I use our light energy, our connection, in unique ways compared to anyone else. No two humans focus in the same way, or the animal kingdom and the plant kingdom. So each of us is unique in the way we use our light. So when you find an interest, you're being pulled in a particular direction, you may find that it is pulling you in a happy, joyful way. You're engaged with it and you like it. Or you're being pulled in a direction that you're familiar with. You may not be joyful about it, but it's comfortable. And it could be chaotically pulling you into a particular direction. It's all just part of life. So when you are aware of what's going on, then you can choose to focus and to enhance the energies that are bringing you peace or joy or happiness. This is a purposeful focus. It doesn't just happen. I used to think, joyful things happen once in a while. Oh, that was fun. And then it was gone. I didn't understand that I had the opportunity to learn to attract more of that into my life. The only way I can do that is to purposefully focus on what brings me joy. For one thing, I didn't really understand what joy was. What makes me happy? What makes you happy? Do you really know? So by looking at the energies around a situation that does make me happy, I can learn the bits and pieces that are attached to it and focus on those bits and pieces so that when I'm in a different environment, I can find those bits and pieces of light energy and realize that there are parts of that situation that bring me joy. Even though I was thinking that the whole situation was downward flowing, there are bits and pieces in there that I can go, oh, this is okay. And eventually, it'll be large enough that I can say, this is now joyful. When you are connected, when you are aware of your connection to the all that is, to a power greater than yourself, you can see circumstances in a new way. You can actually see the light behind a situation, the energy behind the situation. And that's important for us that are on a path to inner peace. We want to understand what we're getting ourselves into, day in and day out, moment to moment. I don't want to just simply look at yesterday and say, oh, that was a good day, that was a bad day. I want to look at the now and say, what can I do to focus my light on the goodness around me right now to bring me more joy? I'm infusing it with an awareness of what is happiness, what is joyful, what is filled with light. I don't have to sit around and just ride the energies like I used to of whatever happened to me. Oh, that was terrible, whatever it was. I didn't like that. But I didn't understand that I could have shifted my focus in the middle of that activity away from what was bothering me and make more powerful what I was enjoying. And sometimes the downward flowing energies are so negative that I would have had the wherewithal to remove myself from it. But I didn't understand that I could do that. I was just there. I was just having experiences that were being thrown at me, where now I judge them. Judge isn't really a bad word. I analyze them. I look for the light in the middle of all the situations that I'm engaged in. And if something is overwhelming me, I pull away respectfully. I don't make a big scene. I just change where I am. And by doing that, I become more powerful and more consistent in the patterns that I do engage in. And by doing that, it teaches me. I need to learn this. I need to have it as my second nature on using the light that I have, this awareness, and create and enhance my environment to bring me more joy. I want to radiate light. I want to be happy with who I am. And by radiating joy and light, finding activities that bring me more joy, happiness, peace, I become that way from the inside out and from the outside in. I'm an instrument of light. I am a being of light. I radiate it out in all directions. But what frequency is the light that I'm radiating? Is it a high frequency or a very low frequency? The more consistent I am with selecting the frequency towards upward spiral, then the happier I'm going to be. We are all part of a very large flow of energy. Our body is pure energy. And when you realize that the energies around you influence everything, then you can contribute to that in a more positive manner. You can radiate love and light, joy and happiness, satisfaction, contentment in all situations that you're engaged in, as mundane as possible. They can be joyful. You are your own best friend, and you are a being of light. We just have to remember each moment builds that pathway. I hope some of this resonated with you. Love and light to you and your path and to your light. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.